I want to talk about why we are not happy. And I may have talked about it before, but you can never hear it enough. Because it's through hearing truth repeatedly. This is when truth has power in your life. This is when you begin to understand it. You have to hear it over and over and over. Like, you can't hear it too much. You hear it over and over and over, and the more you hear it, the more you understand it, the more of an impact it has in your life. So why are we not happy? And most of us are not. And, if I had to guess a percentage of, let's just say, Americans that were unhappy, I would put it at least 95%. And, when I talk about being happy, I'm not talking about, life is going just the way you want it to go. Everything's great. Everything's smooth. Everything's perfect. I'm not talking about that. Like, that doesn't count. I'm talking about, sustainability. I'm talking about you're not having happy moments. You're just happy. Like, there's a difference between having a happy moment and being happy. And when it comes to being happy, the difference between the two is being happy, it doesn't change. It doesn't fluctuate. If you are happy, it doesn't change. It's not based on, like, real happiness is not based on your outer circumstances. It's not based on material possessions or relationship status or, your finances or your successes. Like, it's not based on any of those things. And so, like, real happiness is just really, I don't think I can explain it, like, what it's based on, but it truly comes from within, and it's based on a reality that you can't see with your physical eyes. And it's based on a reality that you can't perceive with your human logic. And so, we all, no matter how miserable, even the most miserable among us, has had happy moments, right? But happy moments does not make you a happy person. That just means you had a happy moment, and so why are we unhappy? There's a lot of reasons. Well, two just come to mind automatically. And one is we're unhappy because we're ungrateful. Like, we don't appreciate shit. Here in America, shit. We're blessed beyond blessed. We have so much shit. even the poorest among us are blessed, because here you can fucking get welfare and food stamps. If you don't have money for food, the government will give you money for food. And oftentimes people that are getting food stamps eat better than people that go to work every day. You know, if you're at a certain poverty level, the government will give you money. They will give you a check. I forgot when it was. I mean, I used to get the check. I used to get the food stamps too, and the daycare vouchers. I mean, if you're in a position to where you have kids and you have a job but you can't afford daycare, the government will pay for daycare for you. I mean, shit. We are beyond blessed over here. And we're the most, well, I can't say because I haven't traveled worldwide, but we are some complaining ass people. And we have it so great. And I just hear, like, when I am around people, which is very little, it's very little. And this is, one of the reasons why, but I just hear people complain. It's like, what the fuck are you complaining about? Like, we have it so fucking good over here, but we don't appreciate shit. And anytime you don't appreciate the good in your life, it's like you lose sight of the good in your life. And you're not even able to perceive the good in your life. To complain is to focus on what you consider the negative. Is to focus on what you don't like. And where attention goes, energy flows, or some shit like that. Well, basically, whatever you give your attention to is going to grow and expand in your life. So when we give attention to all the things about our life that we don't like, the things in our life that we don't like get bigger. And you start focusing on one thing in your life that you don't like, and what's going to happen is another thing in your life that you don't like is going to pop up in your head. You're going to have a thought about another thing, like, oh yeah, I don't like that too. And the more you give your attention to those things, the more thoughts you will have about things in your life that you don't like. And your attention will be so focused on what you don't like that, like I said, you'll lose sight of how blessed you are. And that'll make you unhappy. And I've been there. If all you see in your life is the things that you don't like, it's impossible for you to be happy. So that's one reason that we are just a miserable people. We have every reason in the world to be happy, and yet we're still miserable. Because for every one thing about your life that you don't like, you can find 100 things about your life that you do like. For every one bad thing in your life, you can find 100 good things. And so it's like life is set up for us to be happy. Like, look at the fucking odds. Like, out of 100 good things, you should be able to easily find something that you like about your life and give your attention to that. And as you do, it'll grow. And you'll become more and more aware of the good things about your life. And you'll eventually begin to realize, like, damn, I got a pretty good life. Like, I'm pretty fucking blessed. You know, I got it going on. Like, you'll begin to realize these things. But when you're focused on, you know, this one thing over here that you don't like, you focus your attention on that. And like I said, that one thing is going to turn into 2. And that 2 is going to turn into 4. And if you're not paying attention, before you know it, all you'll see is the negative shit about your life. Your whole life will, to you, seem bad and just not even worth living. Because you got this whole pile of blessings over here that you can't even see. Just blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. Good things on top of good things on top of good things. But you can't see nothing over here because you're looking at this one bad thing over here. All of your attention is focused on this one thing over here. So you can't see all these good things over here because you're not even looking that way. So that's one reason why we're so unhappy. Another reason why we're so unhappy is because, and it was like just right there at the forefront of my mind. Okay, give me a minute. Oh, there you go. The other reason that we're so unhappy, so miserable, is because we're so attached to this illusion of life. Lies cause suffering. Lies is the only cause of suffering. And truth produces joy and peace, happiness. And so we just care so much about shit that don't even matter. We're so attached to the lies and the illusions of this life that there's no way that you could possibly be happy when this is the case. Because, and I don't want to I don't want to lose nobody and, go too deep with this. But nothing you see with your physical eyes is real, right? Like, you're watching this video and You see this image of me, but what you see is not me. I am not this body. I am in this body. And I am speaking through this body. But I am not what you see. Like, you can't see me with your physical human eyes. You can only see me with your spiritual eye. And when I say see me, what I mean is you can only know me and understand me with your spiritual eye. You're just looking at the shell. This is just the house that I'm in. This is not me. So, all the things that we care so much about in this life, none of it's real. It's all bullshit. It's all just a lie and an illusion. But we stress out over these things. We experience anxiety and depression and fear and panic over things that aren't even real and don't even mean shit. Like, none of it means anything. Again, lies are the cause of all suffering. And we look at these lies or illusions and we accept them as reality and truth. And that's another reason why we're unhappy, because it's impossible to be happy in a world that's as dark as this one is that we live in. If that's all you see. If you want to be happy, like, you have to stop looking at life with these eyes. And you have to use your spiritual eye to perceive life and what life really is. You have to get to a place to where you can see through all these illusions and lies. I mean, I could just go down a list of shit that, like jobs and credit and bills and, all these things. Like, it's just so many things that we care so much about. And don't none of it mean shit. Like, none of it. Like, when you pass on, now, of course, we all want to, live a nice quality life while we're here. And, there's rules to doing that. There's ways to doing it. There's laws that you can learn and follow to make that a reality for you. But still, we just care too much about shit that just don't matter at all. Like, and I mean, you just gotta you have to detach from that. You have to detach from it, from the lies and the illusions, which basically means you have to stop giving a fuck. And the only way you could really stop giving a fuck is you have to trust in something else. See, we trust in this corrupt as system that we're living in. We place our trust in all the wrong things and in all the wrong people. And this causes a lot of suffering and a lot of misery. It's a lot of unhappiness. You know, we trust in jobs and credit scores and education and degrees. And we trust in the media. We trust what they say on the news. We trust what the experts say. We trust in our boyfriend or our girlfriend or our wife or our husband. We trust in our friends. Like, our trust is just scattered all over the place, and it's all misplaced. And so when our trust is betrayed, when we believe in someone and then they show us that they are not who we believe them to be, when we trust and believe that, you know, getting this degree is going to make our life better, and then we get the degree and it doesn't make our life better. I mean, on and on and on I could go, but I hope you're getting the point. It's when we misplace our trust. Misery is inevitable. Disappointment is inevitable. Unhappiness is inevitable. Your trust should not be in anyone on this planet or anything on this planet. It definitely should not be in anything that they fucking tell you on the news or in the media. Your trust shouldn't be in a relationship. It shouldn't be in a marriage. And so because we place our faith and our trust in all of these things that are unfaithful and untrustworthy, we eventually experience disappointment and frustrations and unhappiness and misery and stress and depression and things like this. I can't say I've ever met a happy person like in my life. And I can say that because I am a happy person. And where I'm at, I didn't even know it was possible to be here. And I made a video about this. It's on my channel somewhere. I forgot what it's called. I made a few videos about happiness. One is called The Science of Happiness. And there's another one, I forgot what it's called. But just scroll, you'll find it. Check it out. But I could speak about this because I'm here. No one ever told me that this, from what I remember, no one ever told me, I've never heard anyone say that this was even a possibility. But I can truly say, just from experience, that you have to go higher. Like, if you want to be happy, you have to go higher than this physical dimension of lies and illusions. Because all that's in this world, in this physical world, is lies and illusions. Like one illusion, I just give you this real quick, and then I'm end this video. This is just one illusion. You know, like the uproar that our society is in constantly due to what we consider to be crimes and injustices towards humanity, right? You know, someone gets shot, murdered, someone gets raped, a child gets molested, all these different things, right? We're attached to the illusion, the lies. But the truth is, you can't kill me. It's impossible to kill someone because, again, the life is not that body. This is not the life of me. You can kill this body, but you can't kill the life that's in the body. It's impossible to kill life. And if you understand this, it makes it easier. Like you see things a lot clearer and better, and it just makes it easier to be in this world. Because this world is a crazy fucking place. A woman gets raped. A child gets molested. It is impossible to rape life or molest life. You can rape and molest this shell, this body, right? But again, the life of the little girl or the woman is not the body. The life is in the body. The life is energy. The life is spirit. You can't fucking rape or molest a spirit. It's impossible. Like, spirits don't even have sex. It's impossible. So, but we're attached to the illusion. And, a woman gets raped, a child gets molested, like, and we're devastated. But that woman or that child was never raped or molested. It's just their body, the house they're in, And the life, like the person, like the real life, the soul, which is the person, that can't be touched. It can't be harmed. It can't be killed or raped or molested or anything like that. It's impossible. And so, when I say, to be happy, you have to learn you have to go above this physical dimension of lies and illusions. And you have to stop looking at things with your physical eyes and see things with your spiritual eyes. This is what I mean. This is the types of things that I'm referring to. And so I'm going to leave that here because there's just so much I could say about this and so many more examples I could give. Man, I could talk about this for a long time. But let me know what you think. And let me know what you think, especially about that last part that I said.